I want to thank everybody for coming today. I know it's cold and windy and blustery, and I really appreciate you all being out here. But this is a big day. It's a big day for DOT. It's a big day for the state of Rhode Island. This is more than just a flyover bridge ramp. It's very symbolic of the reconstruction and renovation of our state's transportation system and a precursor to our state's new economic growth. I want to tell you a little about the bridge itself, but first I want to welcome our speakers and guests. Each of them have been great supporters of the project at all levels, from federal government all the way down to local government and the department. First, I want to welcome Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos, representing the governor today. So we were scheduled to have Senator Jack Reed, Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, Congressman Jim Langevin, and Congressman David Cicilline, and their staff is here with us today. But they're doing the important business of finding a way to get another several $billion of funding in here to the state, as they did last week when we celebrated the $2.5 billion that they brought in for projects like this for the next 5 years. Rhode Island Senate President Dominic Ruggerio. The Senate President has been with us and a supporter of what we do at DOT from 7 years ago when we initiated the Roadworks program, and he stood with us under the old, what was here before this new bridge was here, with rusted beams and concrete falling down and timbers, railroad ties holding up temporarily the structure. The building trades, the people who build this with their hands, their blood, their sweat, who actually get this done. Their president, Mike Sabatoni, again, has been with us from the beginning. And today we also have with us the future of not only projects like this, but the future of Rhode Island. The students behind me are from Building Futures program. It's an apprenticeship program that is sponsored greatly by the Rhode Island DOT and the Federal Highway Administration. We're so happy that over the last 10 years, more than 330 of their students have become employees of the various building trades. Many of the building trade leaders are also here today from all of the building trades that have been with us and whose hands and minds have actually made this magnificent structure happen. Now, I want to tell the young people behind me some important things, so listen up. Looking at them is like looking into a mirror for me. 50 years ago, but a mirror, right? A look into the past. I was them 52 years ago. I was a card-carrying member of the laborers. I was a cement finisher's helper, waiting like they were to go to my first construction job. And since then, it's been a wonderful career, and I'm hoping that they enjoy the same kind of wonderful career in building things that we have, that we other labor leaders and senators, congressmen, and others that are here today. I grew up within sight distance, right over there, about a mile away to the west, and on Murray Street in Silver Lake. And I attended the nearby schools, Ralph Street, Laurel Hill, Oliver Hazard Perry. My grandparents, like many people today, immigrated here, and I was lucky to have grown up in the vicinity of this Silver Lake area and Ornyville area. Growing up, I'd ride my bike down to Ornyville, to the New York system, where I'd get a couple of wieners for 15 cents. And and the ice cream shop next to it, and the Orneyville Library, where I was able to get books that brought me to other places and times. In the summer, to the Nickerson House, the public pool that they had there, because we didn't have a pool in our backyard, but it served the purpose. And I don't know if Kim Kalunian is here today, but one of your colleagues, Kim Kalunian's grandparents owned the Kalunian's Five and Dime store, where I bought the first present for my mom with my own money, a pair of rhinestone earrings that she proudly wore. And this highway at that time had just been built. And during the 52 years that it has been here, it served just such a vital purpose for this neighborhood, for the people that live here, and for the people generally in Rhode Island. It got people to their jobs. It got children to their schools. It brought commerce in the form of food and clothing and medical supplies delivered to the stores. The automotive supply stores that are in this neighborhood still get their supplies from the trucks and the cargo freight haulers that bring it over this facility. The lumber at Sweet's Lumber right down the road here that was there when I was a kid growing up. It's still here. Got their supplies and made their deliveries over this highway system. And the finished manufacturing goods of the many manufacturers that were in Orneyville and that we see reemerging now, were able to get their goods to market, not only through Rhode Island, but to other parts of the world and the country. It still does that. And now, with this new structure, it does it even better than before. And it'll provide the necessary links in transportation that we need for economic growth to attract companies like Amazon, whose trucks will be riding over this on a daily basis when they build a new facility a few miles west of here. Commerce from companies hauling their goods to and from Rhode Island and creating a healthy economy and creating jobs, not only while we build it, but jobs after we build it with the industry that they support. Spent the early years of my life on this expressway, under it, over it, through it, and it made my life and my family's life, as they went to work on it daily, we went to school on it daily, it made it easier. And now we've improved on that. All of us here, senators, congressmen, governors, legislators, labor leaders, all the people who are responsible for this being built, need each one of you young students to do the same. They're going to start, 3 of them, as a matter of fact, will start on this project to finish it up as soon as they graduate. And we look to them to build our future, not only as construction laborers, but eventually as the senators, congressmen, legislators, and planners that administer these. It's a very noble career. Building things for the public good. Has a sense of accomplishment, as do everybody here that's worked on this project. This connection between routes 10 and 6 was for some reason never built. In the 50s, there wasn't enough happening to the west of where we are right now for this particular ramp that we're on to be built. But over the 70 years since it was planned, designed, and built, a lot has happened to the west. Suburbs have grown, industries have grown, and they continue to grow with companies like Amazon moving in and others. This will allow commuters and freight haulers to not have to get off the highway, go through Orneyville and back on the highway as we have up until now. This will save an average of, by having a specific ramp to carry us all directly to the west, it shaves an average of about 7 minutes of travel time for anybody making this move. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot for the major investment that we've made here, until you consider that that 7 minutes is 7 minutes for 15,400 vehicles a day that are going to be going over this. And that works out to be about 1,800 hours of travel time saved every day. Every day that this is going to be used, it's now going to save about 1,800 hours of people behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's over 500,000 hours every year that this one ramp on this interchange is going to save travelers. And that translates into over 1,000 metric tons of carbon dioxide release saved from being released into the atmosphere. This part of the 610 and the 610 project was and still is kind of the best example of what our roadworks program here in the state has provided to the state. Was on the drawing board for 30 years. Before 7 years ago, everybody here, the senators, the congressmen, the state legislators, the Senate president, labor, contractors, consultants, all got behind the initiative to make projects like this happen. And it came off the drawing board, and it's built. Not only is the flyover completed today, but I'm happy to say it was completed 2 years ahead of schedule. And the rest, yeah. And the rest of the project, the many other bridges, there are some 11 other bridges in this complex that are getting rebuilt and redesigned, are also all on time and on budget, just the way I like them. For that work, I really need to thank the project manager, Jay McGinn, and his RIDOT team, including Jay Silva and Gary Teller, all of whom worked closely with the contractor and consultants to move this project forward. Jay, RIDOT team, great job. The 610 Constructors Joint Venture was the design-build team that we selected to do this. And I want to acknowledge their good work, and Vin Barletta, who is their leader here with us today. Great job. Great job. And of course, the people here with us today in the building trades. It was their hands, their blood, their sweat, that went into building this from the dirt to what you see here today. We've still got a couple of years to go, and we expect the project to continue on time, on budget. But this ramp is a special symbol of the tremendous difference that the reconfiguration of this Orneville Expressway will make starting today. We're grateful, certainly, for the support of our congressional delegation that they gave us in the money, the additional federal funds that they brought in for this project and the many others that we're doing. And we certainly appreciate the support that the governor and lieutenant governor are giving us for this and many other projects that we're doing in the state. So